You are now rocking with the best. Lady Love. Yeah. We in the lounge. Yeah.
Beat demons.
Let go. Big boy sipping. Squad just chilling in the lounge, straight tripping. Cause the vibe just different. Lady Love ain't dealing with a crab ass nigga. Acting wild in the building, we won't have that nigga. Before you walk between these walls, you better like and then subscribe. You better speak when you come in, cause Lady Love will call you out. And say that drama for your mama, cause that's not what we about. I hope you get it, don't be silly, cause you bound to find out. Right now, it's just bumpy, y'all drinking on something. Yeah, H-Town stomping, grown men and grown women. Bullshit, we don't want it. Lady Love don't condone it. We be speaking on the real. When you come in, we be on it, we be on it. Miss Cajun keep it going, it's like a party she be throwing. You know the chat be fully loaded, don't be trolling, we exposed. We taking notice on you, joke, we losing focus, cause it's Friday and we be getting toasty, getting toasty in the lounge. We be getting down, can't nobody tell me shit, so don't you make a sound. Better recognize, keep gorillas in the crowd. The squad turned up, yeah, shut this bitch down. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. ain't shit, so don't you make a sound. You better recognize, keep gorillas in the crowd. The squad turned up, we'll shut this bitch down. Yeah. Lady Love. Yeah. We in the lounge, but we'll shut this bitch down.
My bad. I didn't even remember to unmute myself. What's up, fam? What's going on, y'all? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I know I got my I got my lounge glasses on, y'all. I'm sitting in the lounge today, y'all, because this is a pretty good topic. You know what I'm saying? And I got to thank my beautiful, lovely Miss Harris for this one because yes, she did that. She did this. She did this. You know, hey, if my camera's all acting up and stuff, y'all, please just ignore it. I tried to get my camera right actually before I came on. And yeah, y'all know how I do on Fridays. Like everybody, they mama be up in here. It's true. It's true. And y'all know that. But thank y'all so much. Thank you, D-Love. Thank you, darling. Thank you. I gotta shout out my peeps that's in here. My early peeps, of course, always my honey. He was in here, y'all. He had to say hey baby, but he's been up since 10 o'clock last night. And he just got off at like 5 o'clock this evening. So yeah, he just had to say hello. He wanted to say hey to everybody because he didn't want to not show any, support or whatever. But he wanted to say hi. So that's my baby. And I got my sister, my beautiful sister D-Love up in here. What's going on, D-Love? How you doing, darling? How you doing? Thank you for coming in as always. And they got the beautiful sister, Miss Harris, who gave us this topic. Thank you, Miss Harris, for coming in. Thank you. I really appreciate you so much, y'all. If I have to take my camera for a moment and get it right, then I'll come back up, trust me. But I'm trying to make sure I get it right. That's what I'm trying to make sure, though. But thank y'all so much, my sisters, for being in here. I really, really appreciate y'all. And then we got Rudy in the house. What's up, Rudy? How you doing, Rudy? Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Rudy. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. Of course, I got my brother in the house who's always supportive. Brooklyn. What's up, Brooklyn? Going on in the house, Brooklyn. You know what? I got to tell y'all, I am so proud of my brother. I am truly proud of my brother. But you know what? Mr. Brooklyn in the house, y'all. If y'all want to know what I'm talking about, go over there on that channel and check him out. I'm so proud of my brother. Thank you, Mr. Brooklyn, for coming in. I really appreciate you. Much love to the family and your beautiful wife, Miss Jazzy Jazz. I thank you so much for coming in here, y'all, for the support. Thank you. I know everybody else will start pouring in after a while. Lady Love just get the little late thing going on. But like I said, I got my shades on today. I got my club shades on today. So y'all best believe Lady Love is definitely out here doing her thing on this Feel Good Friday. So we're sitting in the lounge. We are sitting in the lounge, y'all. This is how you sit in the lounge. You chill, you sit back, you relax, you look good. Of course, you know you gotta look good. And then you check out the whole atmosphere and see what's going on. You see the people out there. You see what you need to look at, what you need to talk about. This is what we do in the lounge now on this Feel Good Friday. So just to let y'all know that, of course. So thank y'all again for coming in. I really appreciate y'all. I really do. Really do. So, and then I got my sister, Miss Harris. She said, okay, Miss Hollywood, hey, I do live in California, but I told you, you can be just a tad bougie, just a tad. Nothing wrong with being just a tad bougie every now and then. Just a little tad. And I feel I'm on this Feel Good Friday feeling a little tad bougie. So I had to give y'all my shades. And of course, I got my face, y'all. I still got the face. I don't look all tired and worn out or nothing. I just said tonight, I'm in the club. So since I'm in the lounge, my bad. Since I'm in the lounge, I'm going to give y'all my Hollywood look, give y'all my lounge look. So Miss Harris, though, help us come up with this subject, and I thank her again, this topic, because this is a really good topic. Y'all know this is a really good topic. And, of course, we'll have our in-betweens, like we always do, like we, Y'all know how we do it over here. It's nothing new. If we get some new people in, then we'll explain it. Other than that, y'all know how we do it in the lounge. Y'all know how we do it in the lounge. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get into this topic with some music in between. Y'all know how we doing it. But of course, the topic is: can men be damaged goods? Can men be damaged goods? Let's find out. Of course, it's for the men and the women. You know what I'm saying? It's for everybody. So we need everybody to come in here and make sure they give their comments on exactly of how do you feel like men are damaged goods. Now, from my point of view, there are some men that are definitely damaged goods. Not saying all men. Not saying all men. I want to make sure that's being put out there. Not talking about all men. I'm talking about the ones that I have came encounter with, or those that may be in my family that are damaged goods. Ms. Harris said most definitely, yes, most definitely are. They are most definitely are. But we do have to realize that, like I said, I'm not saying all men. Definitely not saying all men, because not all men are damaged goods. But now we got to say exactly what we believe, because all of us may have different opinions of what damaged goods as far as in men are. We know what damaged goods are as far as in women. We know this already. So what would I consider to be damaged goods in men? Let me see. I personally would think damaged good in a man is a man that can't get over being hurt. He's actually taken on from what's been done to him before from another woman, and taking it on to his new relationships, or not having a relationship because of what was done to him before. Now, we're not saying has he been hurt. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying he's damaged. He has been damaged in some kind of way to where he cannot seem to move on. And he cannot seem to want to move on. He seems to look at other women as like the other one that he was dealing with. So he's like, you know what? You damaged me in this way. You may have cheated on me, or you may have just played me, or you may have just played me for a fool. You may have just taken my money. You may have done this. You may have loved me, but you still didn't show me that respect as a man. So that could be damaging to a man as well. D. Love said, if women are damaged goods, men are damaged. Yeah, we're human. We're human. So if women get damaged, men get damaged. And then, like I said, everybody has different ways of actually being damaged. Now, y'all know it's different ways that everybody's get damaged. So if y'all can let me know, what ways do y'all think that men are damaged? Because like I said, everybody has different opinions. I have a totally different opinion about it. I don't think that every man can be damaged as in not beyond repair. I don't think that is going on at all. I just think some men are damaged because of the fact of what a woman did to them, and they can't seem to get past that particular part. So if these men are not damaged, please let me know. If you men out here, of course, y'all listening, let me know what y'all think could be and could not be damaged at all. Ms. Harris said they also bring childhood trauma with them too. Exactly. And guess what? I dated a guy like that. I really did. I dated a guy that had some childhood trauma in his life that he was dealing with his mom. And the childhood trauma he was dealing with his mom, he could not whoa, okay, hold on. I got Mr. YJ on the panel up here. Uh-oh, he got some words he wants to say. I'm glad he came up here then. So let's add Mr. YJ to the panel, y'all, and see what he got to say on this particular one. Mr. YJ, what's going on, my brother?
Yo, what's going on? What's going on, Mrs. Lady Love? Let me correct that. What's going on?
No, when we're on the when we on the tube, it's Miss Lady Love. It's Miss Lady Love.
Okay.
So we good with that part.
I stand corrected. Okay.
How you doing, Mr. YJ? What's going on with you on this Feel Good Friday?
Not much, just pulling up. Salute to the chat. And it kind of touches on, we was talking about some things the other day, and so we're specifically, we breaking it down now into, I guess, can men be damaged goods? In which I feel like yes, we can. I think some people would say it's less. Well, I don't know if it's less common than a woman being viewed as that, but I don't know. Let's start from there. What do you think? Do you think it's less common for men to be viewed as damaged goods?
And yes, personally, I do. I do think it's very less common for men to be labeled as damaged goods because they only think that women are the emotional ones and don't let stuff go. You know, that's and they go through like stuff in their life, and guess what? That has followed them to where they can't let it go. They do the other brother wrong. They come into their life, which, like I said, I have myself had come in contact with some guys that was like that. So, what do you think?
Yeah, I definitely think it's more common. Now, the reason for this, I think, is because, men, just in general can be more callous to things. So we don't,
Mm-hmm.
whenever there is something that goes on, we're, for the most part, not, and yeah, like Miss Harris said, you kind of hide their pain type of thing. Like when it comes to our
Mm-hmm.
pride as a man, not to ever let that show that that you are damaged. I think that plays into it. The reason why that we are all agreeing that well, not everybody here, but D Love and Miss Harris, I think that's the reason why we are all kind of agreeing to that. It just simply goes back to organically how men are hardwired to kind of not express these things whenever there is something that goes on like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I definitely feel like there is a reason for it,
Mm-hmm.
and that's basically the reason I feel like it's like that. But definitely a man can be damaged and and carry on those same stigmas attached to past relationships and all of that. So I don't think it's just a one sided thing, but you'll never know because the man, what we gonna do? We're gonna push on. We're gonna keep pushing,
So do you think the man is going to keep pushing because of his pride, or because he don't want a woman to see him in that manner?
Well, it's the pride that makes him not want a woman to see him in that manner. I think, just personally, it's like never let them see you sweat type of thing.
Yeah, but then that means then you're holding it in and saying like which y'all have said before, which Boss has said before too as well. I've heard y'all shout out Boss when y'all say it's not a woman should see you cry, should see your emotions. So if you want a woman to see your emotions, see you cry, see you actually have feelings, because that's what I hear a lot of men saying. We have feelings too, but then you want to hide them. So how do you want the woman to know that you really have feelings if you want to hide them?
Uh, Good question. How do you want her to know that you have feelings? I think it's a man by man basis, but naturally she gonna know that you have feelings just by interaction. Like, of course, we kind of to a certain extent, some men put up and I threw that some in there because not all men, as we know, but of course some men put up that wall. I think when it comes down to it, we kind of got that wall up. But I think the more you talk with a chick and the more that we feel comfortable to do that, the more it will be shown, or the more, over time thing. But you in the first month, you're not gonna get that off the rip. Like,
Okay, I understand that, and then for some people, actually, which men and women to me, but more men, if you actually do put your feelings out there, like right then and there when you're meeting her, yeah, then she gonna see you just as like Miss Harris and Marie, what she said. Miss Harris said they have to never seem vulnerable or weak. You think it's weak? And I am sympathetic to that situation.
If in that situation, I feel like, if it's the first week and you crying about your ex, yes, that's as a man, that's weak. We don't do that. Like, it's gonna take some time And not all the time, like when it comes to being considered damaged good, like you only damage the amount that you care about the situation. So even if there could have been some shit that was going on that, you know, you dealing with a toxic chick or whatnot, how much did you care in that relationship or that previous situationship? Like, how much did you care? Because that's gonna play into how you go into the next situation. Because it could have been, she could have been hurling plates across the room, but if you sitting there rolling up a blunt, like, bitch, you out your mind, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's kind of deals with how much you care in general, type of thing.
Yeah. Okay, I can go with that one there as well. I want to shout out Mr. Blue Devil in the house. What's going on, Mr. Blue Devil, my favorite Southern brother? How you doing? How you doing? Thank you for coming. He did make a comment as well at the bottom that I want to read to you, see how you actually react to that one. But Ms. D Love say, I think what society puts on men to be tough equates not feeling equals not healing. What do you think about that one?
Hold on, I missed it. She said what? Oh, it's on the screen?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think it's what society puts on men to be tough equates not feeling equals not healing. Oh, not feeling equals not healing. That statement, not feeling equals not healing. Okay, let's dissect that.
Okay.
Dissect that. Not feeling equals not healing. Well, I agree because I kind of can't though, because if you're not feeling, then what is there to heal from, type of thing. And kind of goes back to the not caring, like when it comes down to it, I think, so I guess that would be my response for that. Like, if you're not there's really nothing to heal from. If it's water off the feather of a duck's back to the whole situation in general.
You think so?
Well, that would mean if it's water off the feather, then is that what he's really putting forward, or is that just the front or the mask that he's putting forward? And that's like, it's a situational type of thing for every different every that goes through it, I think. So I can see the relevance in the statement. I think it can apply to women more. But
yeah, but what I hear from most men, like right now I got on here, Mr. Blue Devil say we can't look like punks. Okay, so does that matter? Which from what I'm hearing from most men, they don't care how a woman look at them. So I hear this now. It's like in a lot of different spaces. I don't care what a woman think about me. So that it does, because of the fact, just like he said, we can't look like punks. So now it's the big ego part of how I look to a woman more than how it makes you feel. That's what it seems to me. These guys are like, I don't want to look this way. I want to shout out Miss Classic Creole in the house as well. Thank you, sister, for coming in. My beautiful sister. Go ahead, YJ.
Yeah, that's I think that it kind of goes back to the time framing of it. Like, of course, in the first week, you're not gonna be, spilling out your heart type of thing. All right, put it like this: if you a female and you messing with a dude and you just met and you just start talking to him, like, hours on the phone, like a week later after y'all met, and on these conversations, if he's, getting emotional and letting things affect his whole mindset about something that happened in the past, then of course you're gonna know he's not healed yet. Like, when it comes to rebounding, you kind of know that, okay, I'm the rebound now, because look at this, it's only a week later and you getting emotional about an ex type of thing. So of course it'll come out, I think. But I guess if it just comes out at the blink of an eye, right when you meet somebody, I think it's a difference in that. If that even
Then
makes
that
sense.
would, I'm sorry, then that would mean they're damaged goods. When it just, because come on, okay,
Yeah, I
I
would
don't mean
say
to.
yeah. Then I would say yeah.
Okay, in that particular situation, yeah, because I have been around some men, and I never called them weak. Seriously, way, way, way before, when I was younger, before I even got married the first time, and they usually found themselves sitting there talking about even what their mama did to them when they was younger, and then they come around and say, "Oh yeah, and this girl I was with, she kind of reminded me of her, and she was doing da 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 whatever," and then broke down with some tears, and I'm sitting there like,
See,
uh.
yeah, yeah. See that goes into the mama issues and things, and the daddy issues type of thing, which is it's real. I will say that because he wouldn't have did that if it wasn't real. Uh,
True.
but that's and it's understandable. I think just as a man, when it comes down to it, at first when you talking to a chick, it's not all. And when I meet a female, it's like I could care less. Like if I see the conversation going that direction, I kind of try
Uh-huh.
to steer that off because what we got
Mm.
it's us. We talking about us. I want to know about you. I don't want to know about you and him. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so I think that's the issue we kind of get into is caring too much about the past situation type of thing, and that once these skeletons come out that closet and these emotions start flowing, and what progress is that gonna do for y'all? Like y'all,
Mm. You there? YJ? YJ?
what's good?
Okay, now I hear you. You was on mute, I guess. I don't know.
Oh,
No, I agree with you, and then they got people in here as well agreeing with you. Ms. Harris said men sometimes look for a mother figure, and that's not good. Exactly. That's one thing I hate. I hate it
mm,
when women say it, and I hate it when men say it. I want to find somebody just like my mother or somebody just like my father. To me, that's creepy.
well,
That's
I
number
mean,
one.
if you look at it in a certain sense. But I mean, imagine, you grew up and your father, he went to work, he provided, you never seen him screaming at your mama, you never seen him put his hands on your mom. Like in that sense, it's certain I can understand that because I had a mother who was like an angel to me. Like I seen her the way she took care of herself, the way she took care of the household. I seen those things. So in a sense, you know, as men and as women, I think if, and the big word is if, because if was a fifth. But what I will say, if we seen these positive role models and those role models so happen to be our parents, I don't see anything wrong in, saying I want a woman that carries herself like my mother, because it's not a lot of times even physically how she looks is it has nothing to do with that at all. It's just how she carries herself type of thing, and how the household is operated, these type of things, you know. So I kind of, and I'm that way as well. Like I look at my mother as an angel, so why would I not want an angel? Like.
No, it's not. I'm not saying it like that. For me, it's more like because the parents' love is different as far as the love that you have for a mate that you meet. So
True.
if I'm attracted to this man that's reminds me of my dad in some kind of way, that's just not going to be good for me. Because then I'm gonna be. I mean, we all adults. It's the truth. We sexing, and then yet you remind me of some things of my dad. That's just like a little
Well,
kind of
yeah.
creepy to me.
I mean, if your daddy had braids and a beard and a goatee, then you going after a man with a braids and a beard. But I'm talking about. I guess I'm strictly talking about the way that they handle business, like things like mental aspects of a person per se. So, but I definitely understand what you're saying. Like, you remind me, remind me of my daddy. Like, he got the
Yeah.
same accent, like your daddy from North Carolina and he from North Carolina, and they sound the same. Like, I'm not really talking about surface level things. I think when I say that.
I'm sorry, that still would be the same way because my dad was a pastor. So if
Mm.
I'm looking for somebody within that same image of what my dad went from, like being the bad boy, and then he's a pastor. So I'm like, oh, I want a man that's just like my dad, that's gonna be a pastor. And then, but I'm like that R. Kelly. You remind me, oh no, you don't. For me, that's just not for just for me on my board. That just don't work for me. What I'm attracted to is basically what I would be attracted to. A man that's look like this and act like this and smile like this and talk like this and keep himself up like this. I don't want to have no thoughts of my dad when I'm looking for the man that I feel that I'm attracted to, even as far as his personality, even as far as the way he look, all that in one. I don't want any part of that to be like, yeah, that's a part of my dad.
I can respect that. Now I got a question for you, a real question.
Okay.
Do you think that any of this has happened, or when this case does happen, that they are attracted to someone like that carries themselves like their parent? Do you think that happens subconsciously, or do you think that it's possible that is the case where it subconsciously happens, where they're not looking for it, but that's just subconsciously what they're attracted to, type of thing?
I've never been there where I couldn't really answer that seriously. Subconsciously. You got me, YJ. You got me.
Well, you know how they say, Shouty want a thug. Like, what if she seen, her daddy, she used to see him pull up in that Cadillac sitting on them things, and that's kind of, she like, oh, that's a man right there. Like,
Now, see, I'm going to bring something to your attention that I actually saw on Paternity Court. And it was kind of weird to me. That's why I feel that way. But I'm going to read some of people comments because they do have something here for you, too. Ms. Harris said, I don't bring up an ex unless asked for. And then it's Miss Classic Creole's agreeing with her. He love Blue Devil and maybe alone in his safe space that doesn't make him weak. They're talking about what makes you weak. He was Blue Devil was saying that it makes you weak, being a man expressing yourself in front of a woman. He say not in front of a woman. Miss Harris says, you don't think so?
I don't agree with that. I feel like if I'm with this woman for 10 years, 5 years, 2 years, then if I feel like that, then she's not the woman for me. Because I shouldn't have to hold back. I shouldn't have to put a mask on. But I see where Blue Devil coming from. He does say that, and that's no knock to him personally. That just from my point of view, that's just how I feel. I don't know, but you can keep going.
Okay. Well, Blue Devil, because Blue Devil does not like to express himself in front. He said he liked to put a cage around his heart. So, Blue Devil, I'm not gonna call you what the name of this topic is, because you my boy, you my favorite Southern brother, but I'm gonna leave that alone. So move on.
Oh, he's from the South.
Yeah, he's from the South with me. So that's my Southern brother right there. South people have different feelings and reactions to things when people hurt them. And for me, the way I was raised, because I was raised with men, my uncles, my cousins, I'm the first grandchild of 35 grandchildren, but I'm the firstborn girl. So I was raised with a bunch of men, but I was raised they taught me what men thought, they feelings, and how do you know if you got a weak one and a strong one and all that. They taught me all this stuff. I was even beat up by them when I came home and said I was beat up by a boy. They beat me up and they told me I better go back and whoop his ass. This is their exact words. And I had to go back and beat him up. I got suspended from school, but I went back and beat him up because they beat me up. But it's totally different. Like in some situations that when men go through that in the South, some people, like I said, some of them I met in the South was like that. they actually then like, you know what? That one time only. You're not finna get me no more. That's it. It could be the rest of my life. You're not finna get me for, you ain't gonna get me no more. That's just how they are. My brothers was like that. I have 3 brothers and 2 sisters. We was a Black Brady bunch, 3 girls, 3 boys. And yeah, we was all taught when we was younger to actually, you better just make sure that you don't let somebody mess over you, period. So that's how we was actually taught. But Ms. Harris said, the women takes control and he feels safe and protected. What do you think about that?
Said, what'd you say? I didn't see. Oh, the woman takes control and he feels safe. Yeah, there's some safety in being able to express yourself. I will agree with that.
So it doesn't make a man weak when he actually does that. It's just him being a man and he's showing you, like you said, they can be together a year, 2 years. Would you say like 5 months though? 5 months?
5 months. Yeah, 5 months. It depends on what y'all been doing in 5 months. Y'all been talking on the phone for 2 hours every night, every other night for these 5 months. Okay, but if y'all just see each other on the weekends and just go out on the weekends for 5 months, then it's a different situation.
Okay.
It's kind of how much it kind of boils down, I think, to how much both parties are putting into it. Like how much is invested, like how much that specific man is invested in the relationship. Because if I'm not invested in this woman mentally, then of course I'm not gonna be sitting here, crying on the phone after 5. Well, not crying, but of course I'm not gonna be expressing these feelings on the phone with this woman after 5 months.
But they got those that actually do it. That's why I said the last one I actually did. That's why I wanted to get up on that panel with y'all. I really did that day when you did this and the other stuff you was talking about on your channel. And I was like, that's just too much testosterone up there for me. I can't.
Right.
But I really wanted to. But next time, though, y'all my brothers. I'm going to have to get up there and express how some ladies feel. Because like I said, I was raised by men. So I know, how a man feels, how when a man feels, and when you think this man is trying to get over on you and stuff like that. I was raised like this. So I would understand a man coming to me if he's really, really, really and truly been hurt, which I knew a guy that I was dating, and I only knew him for like maybe a week, 2 weeks. And he was spilling out everything. Everything. He even wanted me to be his kid's mom because she left him and went off with another man.
I hate to cut you off, but was he a drinker?
No, he was not a drinker. He was a fireman, and he had 2 kids. He had a beautiful home. He had beautiful cars. He had a stable job. He wanted to even give me the debit card to his account to make sure I took care of myself as well as taking care of the kids. And that was just in 2 weeks.
That is ridiculous. I would say that right now. That man need to find him some business. That's how. Like, nah, brother. That's not the goal.
No.
Nah.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. He like kind of snuck it on me because we were sitting in the living room. He invited me over to his house. I didn't even know he had 2 kids because it was only 2 weeks. And he invited me over to his house, and we chilling. What back then, it was just chilling and drinking. There was no Netflixing and chilling. But we chilling and drinking, got the soft music playing and stuff. And in the house come his niece with 2 kids, and I was like, who is this? And who the 2 little ones is? And he was like, yeah. So we've been seeing each other for like 2 weeks. And I'm thinking you perfect for me in this. I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? What do you mean? And he just spilled it all out on me. First thing he was like, well, I'll make sure financially you're taken care of. I don't know why he thought I wanted that because that wasn't even me. I took care of myself. But he just said that.
Just to lead with that off top is it's red flags all around. I say with that situation, it's red flag.
Mhm.
I think any dude that leads with what he can do financially for a woman, it's a red. It should. I feel like it should be a red flag for any woman. I don't know. Y'all can y'all can dispute that in the chat, or if you got something to say, you can. But how do you feel about just simply that, a man leading with what he can do financially?
That was like very creepy to me because I've never, like I said, I wasn't raised that way for a man to take care of me. I was always taught to take care of myself, but let the man, when the man decide he wants you as his wife, let him lead and then let him do what he want to do. But for me, I'm not gonna lie, y'all ladies out there, I'm just letting y'all know he was not a bad looking dude. He was not bad looking at all. He was a fireman. He was a good looking dude. He took care of
Right.
himself and everything. So for me, I'm thinking the dudes who actually don't have something to show out here want to lead with that pocket. But he led with the pocket first, and then I'm sitting there like, bruh, this was back then, y'all. Okay, I was single, but I'm just telling y'all what I thought. I was like,
Well, I
you
mean,
look good. Let's go to bed.
and another, if I don't know, to lead with that, I would either say, it's some emotional things going on. Crucial K in the building.
What's up, Crucial?
Or it's something in the bed that's not right, or the reason why he feels the need to do that.
That's a possibility too. But see, I didn't even get the chance to find out because I just struck out.
Right. So that
I,
if his jawbone don't work right, then that, he might or if something down there don't work right. He got to make up with it with the jawbone or the money. It's just something to counterbalance what's going on, like when them lights cut off. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Something like Miss Harris got something in the same sentence. She say, I dated a guy and we vibed so hard we were ready to get married after 3 weeks. I felt he was my soulmate. Ooh, no, I ain't gonna do 3 weeks, babe. But why did you feel that way, Miss Harris? What was the vibe that make you just say, let's get married in 3 weeks? Not like I said, this dude did it to me in 2 weeks, y'all. I kid you not.
So it was for him it was love at first sight type of thing. Like,
so you actually believe in that?
I didn't say I believed in it. I'm saying, do you think I was leading up though? That was my preface to a question, because I don't believe in that whole narrative of just being in love, like seeing a woman and like how some dudes, I seen her and I knew I was gonna be with her for the rest of my like I don't believe in that shit. I'm too grown. I'm mentally, it ain't no woman I can see and say I want to be with my life. Just out like nah.
Yeah, somebody asked me. I think that was Blue Devil. Blue Devil on my last the last thing I was talking about. I forgot what it was, and he asked me that. Do you believe, Layla? Do you believe in love first sight? That would be a hell no. Sorry, I do not believe in love first sight, and I'm not conceited, y'all. I'm not. But I had my fair share of men in my life before I got married the first time. And I had my fair share when I was waiting on my divorce before I met my husband now. So
Right.
it's not what, huh?
No, go ahead. My bad.
No, go ahead. What were you saying?
I see Blue Devil said lust too. And, lust at first sight. Yes, it's very common, I feel, for men. Because we're very visual creatures, which I will admit. Very, visual specimen. Our eyes is the main, that's kind of what we kind of go off of at first. But love at first sight, and then after that, it's like what even is love? It's like you can go many ways with that. Like what even is love? How you know when you in love? Who says love first most of the
time? Now, see, that part I can't really say. I can't put my hand on it to say that because of the fact I had, like I said, this guy told me he loved me and he wanted me to be his wife and marry me and be the kids and everything. I'm like, dude, we haven't been together 2 weeks. and then we wasn't like together. We never even had sex. So why that was actually like that, I don't know. That was creepy for me. I had to go. But I believe some people just like somebody in here said they look for a replacement. They look for a replacement of something that they actually went through. They went through something with that one woman, and maybe I reminded him of his ex in some kind of way. Because like Miss Harris say, sex and sex. She said sex and sex was the reason why they thought they wanted to get married in 3 weeks. But sex plays a big part in this, and we can't lie and say it doesn't. Yes, it does.
Okay. So, real question for every woman and man in the chat, and you as well, Miss Lady Love. So, can you be in love with someone that you never had sex with?
Yes.
Yes.
For me, I'm only talking for me. Everybody else speak for yourself. But yes, for me, I have done it before. Yes, I did. Never had sex with him, and yeah, I was in love. I was strictly in love, but I mean, like I said, that was in my younger days. Maybe I was young and dumb. Possibility. I don't know. They call us young and dumb when we make decisions like that, and that's a possibility as well. But for me, yeah, I feel like you can. What you think?
I've never said it to a woman that I didn't have sex with. But I'm kind of the take it slow type. I'm not the type to make the move. I just, I like to go on journeys with women mentally, and after that happens, it just seems to happen, type of thing. I don't lead with it. I like to go with the flow, let it vibe. I feel like the woman ultimately has the say so, or of what's gonna happen, even in who she gonna be with. But nah, the emphasis on sex, of course we flirt, there's little things. Flirt. Yeah, that just come with the territory. But as far as we chilling, watching a movie or whatnot, I'm gonna just sit there and watch the movie until it happens. I'm gonna just
wait
be
a
me.
minute. Whoa. Wait, I'm gonna pump the brakes on that one there because I gotta break that one. But I want to say I gotta clear up what Miss Harris said. Miss Harris said she didn't say sex. She said I didn't mean to say that. She mean my bad. Let's clear that up with Miss Harris. She said no, she didn't mean to say that. What did she say? See, I don't put emphasis on sex. Okay, she don't put emphasis on sex. Now, Miss Classic Creole say, yeah, she believe in having not having sex and is possible as well.
Yeah,
but
I seen that.
Yeah, but
go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You got it.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. I respect the man. Go ahead.
I think it is possible. I think more women would say yes, it's possible than men. That's all I was gonna say.
Why? Because we're supposed to be like the weakest link or something?
Well, no, I just think that the attachments to this man's mind come faster for women. And I can only speak from my experience, so that's why I say that. But there's no knock on that. Like the fact that it's like that, I don't have an issue with it. Because ultimately that just make less decisions for me to make. I sit back and be me.
Okay, so then I have this then as well too. I want to read this. D Love say, yep, YJ, I believe you can. It's about intimacy, which doesn't just mean intercourse, which is true. You don't have to have intercourse to say I love somebody. It could be a mental thing. And Miss Classic Creole say it just depends on how far into a relationship you are with a person. I just allow the man to lead, and if the feelings are there, then we both will just know. So you go along with that one as well.
The reason I said I can agree with that and still hold to what I said about me just sitting back. Because as a man, there's some kind of discernment that comes into play, I think, or at least for me. With yeah, I'm the man. I'm gonna lead, but only to a certain extent. When it comes to actually you jumping my bones, or me jumping your bones, I'm not gonna lead with that. Now, that after that wall is broken down of the point where we about to do this, okay, then that's when I take the lead. But just for me, yeah, that initial, jumping on,
Jumping the
straddling
bones.
me, whatever you gonna do with me, that initial physical act, I like it when a woman does that first or before I do it, because I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna just sit back. Like I'm telling you, I've gotten, like, I haven't gotten any complaints from being like that.
Okay. Well, if you haven't gotten any complaints, then you should continue to be like that. It's only when you get complaints or you ain't getting no fish on that hook, then you should be saying,
Right,
okay,
because
well, try
that's the
something else.
whole other thing where it's like, when it comes to the fish on the hook, it's like, I think a lot of dudes, they just throw the hook out there to 100 women, and then whichever one catch the hook, it's all in on it, type of thing. Which that may be due to just because it's more women on earth than men, so it's like that's what we feel like we got to do, and that's what, when it comes to the initial approaching a woman, yeah, for the most part, a woman's not going. I feel like most women aren't the approachers. Am I wrong about that, saying that?
No, not to me. No, not at all.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
the first approach, like they say, your first impression is your last impression. That's what makes if you coming off to me as this fool that don't know how to even compliment a woman, and you coming up just like that, wait, what's going on now? What I'm gonna tell you, they used to do this to me a lot when I was young, and I
say,
know
little,
y'all do this, huh?
say, little mama, hey, yo, hey, like,
Not that part, but guess what? They'll say that and be like, "Hey, what's up, Red? Come here, Red. Red, come here, Red." I'll be like, "Do you know my name? Stop calling
right,
me Red." I
right.
might be light skinned, but don't be. What's up, little mama? Come here, little Red. Come here, little Red. Who are you talking to? You're not talking to me like that. Then you get mad because I'm telling you, fool. Ask me my name. Come up to me like you interested. Don't come up to me like you uneducated. What's up, Red? Come on, woman, buy you a drink. You can buy me a drink, then I'll let you buy me a drink, then I'm gone.
Yeah, I agree
That's
with
just
that.
me.
It's definitely a way, I think, to approach her. And I'm no, I don't know if I'm no expert on none of this, but I do know it's a way to approach a lady. It's a way to if you view
Yes.
a woman as a lady, you'll approach her as that. And most of the time, I think it's something. It could be something so small, but just for example, in a social setting, I'm in the line, she behind me in the line, and we've been sitting here for 2 minutes, and the cashier is going slow or something. Say something slick, say something fly, just about the cashier or the wait sitting here or something, and that boom, that's gonna break the ice, and then you go off
Yeah.
and my name is this. Like, it ain't every time. It ain't just gotta be just off the rip. Hey, compliment, boom, first thing you say, because I feel like a lot of women, they hear so many compliments that they don't mean shit anymore. So
Right.
I'm the type, I don't give out compliments like that at
Mhm.
all. Like, it's if it's not organic, I don't do it, type of thing.
Now, I like this one, Miss Classic Creole say right here. Let me know what you think about this one that's on the screen. Say, I like for a man to get into my head first before he touch my body. How well is he at mental stimulation first? Now, I'm with her on that one. You can get me all kind of ways if you talk to me good and get in my head. But when
All
you
right.
coming at me and want to touch me and grab me and be talking about, ooh, my booty big, then we got a problem.
That's how it works. And ultimately, if a man does that, then I feel like it'll better serve him later down the road if he does that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a two-way street with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because really, that's the as a man, that's what it boils down to. You just, I guess, show a woman who you are, and if they like it, then there's nothing more, really more else, I guess, that a man has to do, type of thing. It's
Good.
gonna
Yeah.
naturally occur. It's gonna organically happen without there being any forced pressure, like you trying to strong arm this, like. And I think that's gonna naturally, it's gonna serve you better in the long run than the before what we talked about.
Yeah, and they got plenty. Miss D Love and all of them. They do agree with you as well. And we don't agree just because you're a man. And it's like, oh, okay, you're a man, and now you all on the woman's side. And no, it ain't like that. It's just, it's the fact of there being out there that actually want to express themselves to say that I don't need to be putting in your hands for me to actually get your attention. You can actually be meant. You can be like a classic Creole say mentally just stimulate her mind, make her feel like,
Right, right.
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
And
Y'all
the
do it.
thing, I learned, and I won't say where I learned it from, but
Mhm.
what I will say is, if you can teach somebody something, if you can tell somebody something that they never heard before, like, because I think a lot of women, y'all kind of hear the same thing from a lot of different men, and I think what piques interest is when you hear something that you never heard a man really touch on, or you have a conversation that you've never had with the previous man. It kind of sets you apart, I think.
Mm,
So,
okay.
and that I think goes back to the whole mental stimulation, because she's gonna be like, oh wow, like, even if she don't say it to you right then and there, uh, her actions, I think, will say it to you in the long run. Where we was talking about the 90-day rule. If that
Oh
is
yeah.
happening on a consistent basis, that 90-day rule, she will not think nothing about that 90-day rule,
Hmm.
and
You're
she
right.
gonna be like, "Look, brother, I'm about to give you this monkey, goddamn."
You say monkey. Yeah, I agree with you. Seriously, because of me being a woman and because of all this stuff happened, of course, before I got married, it's it's just I don't understand why people be saying, okay, y'all was the stuff y'all was talking about that would trip me out as well. That's why I was like, I'm glad Miss Harris actually one who came up with this for me, this particular topic, because when we were all over there on your channel that day, and she put that in there in your chat. I don't know if you saw it, and she said, "Lady Love, this could be your next topic. Men damaged goods. Can men be damaged goods?"
Right.
So all the other things that y'all was talking about as well, and I'm seeing what everybody in here, but Miss Harris, unfortunately, people play games too much. Uh, you know, yes, they do. People do play games too much, and people people are just people. The way they do things in life, and we can't say that men don't do as well as women don't do these things for sexual reasons. And then once they figure if the sex is good or not, they gone. They just
Right.
gone. And I'm telling you, if you don't mind, if you could express on that for me, please. I gotta go grab a package right quick. I'll be right back, y'all.
Yeah, and for men, it be some little shit, like, and I guess I just talk for a little bit. It be some little shit, sometimes when it comes down, it's like, is the head good? Like, that be like up on the list of reasons why you gonna fuck with someone. And when it comes down to it, it's about, I think, what every man and woman values. Like, if a woman values, okay, he gotta have 8 inches or more. I gotta have, like, say you a woman and you gotta have 8 inches or more for him to please you. Or, his mouth gotta work a certain way. It's just about what you value. Like, when D Love talking about mental stimulation and all that, that's what she valued. So of course, if say he working with a good 5, he working with a good 5 inches, but he makes up for it with his jawbone. And he make up for it with his mental stimulation, then that 5 ain't gonna make it, it ain't gonna matter, type of thing. It's just, I guess it's just all about what we value, let me look. Classic Creole say, men who read a lot of books about intimacy are just how to deal with women in general are typically well versed at the art of seduction. Just my experience of that. And what I will say about that, even if the man is not, reading books about per se intimacy or how to deal with women, even if they're not, then overall, generally well-versed man that just knows simple common sense things, I think, even if he's not reading books or he hasn't listened, audio books about how to deal with women, I feel like there's simple common sense things that a man picks up through experience that will make him a good suitor, So
I've been hearing you, bro. You talking about the 8 inches and jump and all that much. You in my ear. I just had to go get that package out there from Amazon that we had ordered. But
yeah, because I'm basically talking about what we value in a like can you be with someone for the rest of your life that only has 5 inches? Women break this down, because I was talking about men and it sounds crazy. Y'all go, it sounds crazy, but some men, if you can't top that thing off right, if you can't dome that thing off right, then it's never he's gonna want to find that somewhere else. So that's what he valued. That man specifically, that's what he valued. So I just reversed the narrative when I said for a woman, and we talk about marriage, can that man with 5 inches, can he mentally stimulate you or do other things with that jawbone or other things that keep you satisfied?
You know what? You are just, YJ, I'm gonna have to have you back over here, bro. Because they are stimulated in here, and you got my attention as well. I mean, I thought I heard enough for you when I was over there on your channel with the guys over there, but man, you making sense, seriously. It's not putting down one or the other. It's just making sense of the whole thing. So I honestly, even me, you are opening my eyes to other things as well that I've never even thought, that can actually be thought about in that way.
Right. Well, it's just, I guess with every situation, there's a reverse to that situation. Every situation, we get into these gender battles, and I think they're not really battles a lot of the time. It's just your perspective is your reality, and you're not seeing the opposite end of the spectrum when it comes down to what's going on. Flip the genders. Any situation that you see as an issue for the opposite gender, switch that narrative, make it equal, and then go from there and see if it's really the issue is the other gender or it's just a mindset type of thing. I don't know.
But I mean, when you listen to other people in all, because I know we all listen to these other people in the spaces. We may not touch down, but we listen to these crazy people in these spaces. And the majority that sit there and actually talk as far as gender, the men talking about the women and the women talking about the men, they don't look at the overall view of relationships, basically, and how they are formed. They are formed basically by intimacy. So you're going to tell me that one, I can't, like I said, I'll never want to say Keisha, because Keisha is my alter ego, and Keisha really be ghetto sometimes. So I can't put Keisha out there. So I say Kiki. So you can't tell me that one Kiki that's in the club, and the first thing you saw when you look over there is her body. You don't know nothing about her. You don't know her name or nothing like that. You seeing what you're attracted to is her body. So you're gonna tell me you're not the most, which most men, for the women, you seeing Tyrone over there in the corner. You know you're attracted because he smell good, look good, and everything. You gonna tell me you're not gonna say anything because now we thinking, okay, it's the men and the women gender thing that's actually playing in the back of your head. So you just gonna let that go?
I can't really answer that because the whole club scenario is not my thing. It never has been, even in my 20s. I'm in my, mid 30s now. It's never been my thing. So it's kind of hard for me to answer that.
Okay, well then I'll rearrange it then, because I'm saying club because all I'm thinking about is being in the lounge right now. In my area right now, because I ain't been to a club since I was 21, 22, something like that, and I'm finna be 50 years old. So yeah, no, that's not my, it was when I went in there the one time and I thought it was my scene, it did not. So I was like, no, can't do it. So let's just say then it's at a wedding.
Right. Okay, so and in a situation like that, it's not gonna be a thing where I'm just outright just shooting. It's gonna be, I'm gonna make a joke. I'm gonna do something, because what they say. I'm trying to think of the saying. It's like the squeaky wheel gets the oil.
Okay.
Type of thing.
Yeah.
So
okay.
The attention. If I'm trying to grab that attention, then of course I'm gonna do or say something that's gonna grab the attention. But that's gonna be the initial thing. It's not just gonna be I'm gonna just oh shit, you bad, like it's not gonna be like that.
Right, but then even we all go by attraction of what we see on the outside, and what we was talking about earlier. Because I ain't see what Miss Classic Creole said just till now. She said, "Oh no, I want my uterus." When you talking about the long schlong.
Oh yeah, I see Miss Harris. I see Miss Harris said something too.
Miss Harris say anything 9 and up is unnecessary.
Right. And that, okay. Y'all ain't the only ones that I heard say that. So.
I see, but yeah, that's like beating up our uterus for real.
Well, at the same time, when y'all say that, don't y'all women who said that, y'all don't look at shoe size. Like if this dude got some, he got some size 12 boots on, y'all ain't looking down. You look down at this man. He about 5'8", and his shoe size about 5'6". Y'all ain't sizing it like men and women. Let's be real, women. Let's be real, women.
We gonna okay. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be straight up real with you. I'm gonna say hey to my big little bro up in here. What's going on, big boss? What's going on? I say we just done with our live. Thank you, bro, for coming over here. Because I got your boy YJ over here. He got us seriously educated over here. He putting us on our toes over here. That's what I like. I like this shit for real. No, I'm gonna tell you straight up. For me, I'm only speaking for me. Everyone can speak for themselves. For me, yes, the shoe size for me does matter. Because if you are a size, if you below a 12, I don't want to have nothing to do with you. That's just me. If you below a size 12, I ain't gonna have nothing to do with you. I ain't finna tell y'all my husband's shoe size, because the ladies might be like, ooh, okay. But
okay, so from there, what is shoe size attached to? It's attached to what, hand size? Y'all like to be massaged when you hold his hand, when he put his arm on your wrist or whatnot. Because it could be simple, something as simple as that. It's just him grabbing your wrist. It's just the fact that his hands swallow your whole wrist up. That simple thing right there could be something for a woman. She just or just say y'all in the bed and he roll over, he wants something in the morning, he put your hand around your neck.
Okay, the hands and the feet.
It just swallow up your whole, like not in. Or let me rephrase that, because that sounded wild. Like not like in a hurtful way. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. But yeah, it's they got, of course, there are different things that women like that actually turn them on. That's in a rough way. I want to say shout out to Chef. What's Gucci, Chef? Thank you, Chef, for coming in here, bro. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Stay in because you're gonna like this conversation. YJ got us on our toes. Just letting you know. Thank you, Chef, for coming in. There's some little okay. I'm a Scorpio, so regardless of the fact I am a little freaky, I do a little freaky stuff, in the bedroom. But there's some things that some women do like that, that turns them, that stimulate them, turn them on, and stuff like that. So, but it's got to be with that man that turns them on or that's attracted to them. That's attracted to them, not just anybody, because you can have that anybody come along with that ugly ass face, but you may have a size 12 or bigger and big hands, but then you don't even know how to handle it. You don't know what to do. You don't know how to hit the right spot. You don't know how to, you know what I'm saying? So it depends. But for me, the hands, the height, the feet, and this grill right here, that's what makes a difference for me.
Okay, so for when you was talking about in the lounge, when and I'm gonna take it back to where we was at. When you talk about the lounge, and men, like I said earlier, we kind of visual. These things, if that thing is poking out, the thighs, the jeans is swallowing the thighs, and it's just it's the same thing. That's all I'm saying. It's the same thing.
How is it? Okay, wait a minute. Hey, I want to say, hey, Mr. John Q. What's up, Mr. John Q? Thank you for coming in on this late evening Feel Good Friday. We ain't played no music, y'all. Y'all know I usually play music, but I swear YJ just got me on my toes over here. I just can't get past this conversation right now. Now he got everybody in here. So what's up, Mr. John Q? I want to remind y'all again, though, this Sunday coming, I will be on Mr. John's Q channel with Table Talk. 5:30 Pacific time. Make sure y'all get over there and check out Mr. John Q and me at his Table Talk, y'all. Getting to know, like y'all doing right now with YJ, because he over here, he interviewing me. He got this going on up in here.
I'm just, we're just conversation. That's about it.
It's good conversation now, because you brought like more people in here. They like, hold up, what they talking about? Let me see what they over here talking about. Okay, so the thing about it for me, like I said, I'm gonna keep saying every time I answer a question, I'm gonna say for me, because I'm not talking for no one else, but for me. The thing about is when I first meet a man, I see a man, it is the attraction. There's no love at first sight. It's the attraction. So if you got that attraction that I know that I'm attracted to, for me, I'm not finna wait for you to come over and holler at me. I'm gonna go over there and holler at you. That's just me. And then if I walk up to you and you wearing a size 2, I'm over exaggerating, but you know what I'm saying, below a size 12, because I know men's shoe size, and I'm gonna look at that hand and height and everything. If you ain't fitting that, I'm just say, oh, I'm sorry, I thought you was somebody I knew. My bad. I'm sorry. But what if he trying to get my attention as I'm leaving? I'm saying, oh no, I'm sorry. I gotta go because my girl over here, she's actually, she trying to holler at me over here. So let me go ahead and see what she want. Am I wrong?
Well, no, it's the same thing type of thing, It works both ways. It works both ways.
Okay, now I got this an interesting conversation because Mr. John Key want to come up on the panel. I want to say, what's up to Black Sector Mafia?
That's me. I just typed. That's the second channel that we're gonna be doing a lot of the live streams on. So the other day when we went live on the main channel, but for reasons, Google red tape and all that, we're gonna have to move over to that channel. So I will say if subscribe to that channel for sure, because we definitely gonna be migrating over there.
All right, y'all. So y'all see? Did you put the link in the chat?
I
can. I have you even? Do I have you as a mod?
Not on that channel. My YJ channel is, but not that's.
No. I mean, do I have you as a mod on my channel right now? I want to say, hey, Mr. John Q, thank you for coming on the panel. I really appreciate you.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, you got me as a mod. I'll drop the link down there.
Okay, do that for me then. You can drop the link in there and then everybody can go ahead and sub over there. I was already subbed to that channel. I don't know. You put it somewhere before and I just ended
Yeah,
up
yeah. I
subbing to
think
it.
yesterday I was putting it. We was putting it in the channel. We trying to get
No, I
everybody
was
on.
subbed to it before then.
Oh, okay. Well, salute to you. Extra kudos for that.
Yes, I follow my brothers, my wise brothers. I always do that. I make sure those who support me, I support them. And when I see you doing good, especially my brothers, I was taught that I will follow you. Trust me. How you doing, Mr. John Q? How you doing? Welcome to the panel.
That's why we love you so much.
John
Well,
Q in the
thank
building.
you.
All right. My
How
goodness.
you doing, sir? What's going on with you?
Doing good, doing good. Just got finished wrapping up a live with Mr. Bossman Blake, 54 Keys on the round table, covering the Felicia Johnson case, which was an
Okay.
update to her particular case and everything. We just got finished wrapping up. We saw you live, and we decided to jump on over and show you love. As you can see, Mr. Bossman is in the building.
Yes,
My
I
goodness,
see
got
him.
Black Sector Mafia up in here. You got some peoples up in here tonight. All right.
Yeah,
Hold it
Mr.
up.
YJ, you got everybody up here. I'm gonna tell you, there's a wise man up here. Wise man.
D Love, Miss
Yeah.
Harris is up in here. My goodness.
Mm. Yes, I got the crew up in here. We talking about attraction, and of course, the main topic that I actually have: can men be damaged goods?
Can men
Well,
be
you can.
damaged goods? You're
Yeah.
damn right they can. You're damn right they can be. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay, well, can you express that? We got that from Mr. YJ, and they're gonna continue, Mr. YJ, because he got these ladies in here going up in here. But I want to hear what you got to say as well, if you don't mind.
Well, I mean, as you get older, from relationships, you're coming from a young age, you think back about your very first relationship, the first kiss, the first girl, the first date, the first everything, and if you're as old as I am and I'm in my 50s, you move along through life, and relationships revolve, they evolve, they change over time. You get to know what your set of values are, hopefully us men, hopefully, because women are doing the same thing as they progress in their relationships with you. They are always constantly looking at, am I staying to my values? Am I being, taken off course, or is this good? Is this good for me or bad for me? Is what their decision-making process is all about. And as long as it's good, guess what? They're right there. They're going to stick and stay and be as firm as a rock. They're going to back the man. They're going to,
Right.
do everything that they can to really be solid with him, because they believe in the relationship. How he's treating her plays a very important part. It plays a very important part, because guess what? The one to blame is the one who started it. And usually women will blame the man first because he approached her. Now, if it's the other way around, they'll still blame the man, because, hey, you're looking good, you were sounding good, you sound like you're intelligent, you got your head on your shoulders, and then background information, and then those things evolve from there, So yeah, can men be damaged goods? Yes. Because if they're moving around too fast from relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship to a relationship, because they want the world, and every woman in it, type attitude, yeah, you're going to be carrying a lot of baggage with you.
So I guess then I asked this question to Lady Love, and I asked it to you. Now that you're here, salute John Q in the building. I'm definitely gonna check out the live stream y'all did tonight on replay. But what I will, I guess, ask is, what do you think the reason is? The reason why I guess women get looked at as damaged goods as opposed to men.
women get looked at as damaged goods as opposed to men. Vice versa, the same thing, because, us men, when we take a look at, a woman, very first time, it's that quick glance, it's that double take, it's that triple take. They're scoping her up, sizing her up, and then checking her out to see if there's some kind of chemistry there. Um, us men look at a woman, especially if she is, divulging, came out of a relationship or in a relationship or a relationship just ended, know that she's coming from someplace to go someplace else. So damaged goods, to a degree, I don't think we jump on that right away, but over time, looking at the situation, it all depends on what kind of time is given between the two.
Okay.
Between the two.
You kind of answered it kind of like me. You kind of went around the block a little bit.
Just a little.
I feel like it kind of, you basically said the same thing that I said, which was basically a man, the first week, if a man's, divulging his whole, feelings about his ex, then that's not what men do, type of thing.
Right. Right.
That's what I feel. Women shouldn't do it as well, but I feel like the reason why women are looked at more as the women get put in this box of damaged goods is because I think how early and how emotional they are when they start talking about it, and when they start and how early it comes along. Because of course a man is going, like I said earlier, a man, we gonna get to that, but it's for a man, for me, I'm not finna get to all that the first month, 2, 3, 4 months.
Yeah.
It's gonna come. But
yeah, it's a timing thing. All of it is a timing thing. It's a timing thing for them as well as for us.
Well, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off, Mr. Country John Q. I'm sorry. I want to welcome Boss on the panel. He's on the panel as well. I'm gonna let Mr. John Q finish.
Mr.
Boss in the house.
What's good, man? What's good?
What's going on? Go ahead, Mr. John.
Yeah, so it's a timing thing between the two, and once that time reveals itself, how comfortable a man feels revealing himself is, he's judging just like she is. She's judging at the same time. How much to reveal, how much to hold, how much to reveal, how much to hold.
Which isn't a bad thing, I don't think.
It's not. Because these two people are coming from two different places, two different backgrounds, two different upbringings, two different values, et cetera, et cetera. So it is a timing between the two that comes up through that, and allowing that time to evolve. They'll either get to know each other or they won't.
I agree.
I agree with certain points up, but yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree. What's going on, boss man?
What's good?
You shed some light on here because I see you put the question marks in there talking about shoe size. Yeah, we look at shoe size and hand size. That's just women.
Shoe size. Y'all look at that shoe size. Okay.
Yes, that shoe size does make a difference, whether you believe it or not. It does. It does.
I'm just looking at Ms. Harris' comments, especially the last one. She said, if I want to be around you a lot, I feel there's something there. I usually don't want men in my space. I love my peace. Like I get that from you, Ms. Harris, because you talk a lot of trash about men, boy. I swear to God. But I would never call you damaged goods, though, because I feel like you're a strong black woman. But at the same time, I feel, just by looking at your comments, there's a man out there in this world that done pissed you the fuck off. I really feel that.
Man. Oh, my God.
I'm serious.
Come on, boss.
No, this is no shot at Ms. Harris. I love Ms. Harris. But, I mean, listen, if y'all see me speaking, like, I ain't gonna say bad about women all the time. I'm not saying that's what she do, but I don't have a good outlook on women, would y'all consider me damaged? Tell the truth. Shame the devil.
Not to me. I'm not good. Like I explained in the beginning, because y'all wasn't here. Really, what I think considered a man would be damaged goods, and to me, a man being damaged goods is a man that just like, particularly this woman, she did him wrong in some kind of way. And I'm not saying, he's just downright all just no good. And I'm just saying it's something in his life that a woman did him that he can't seem to get over. And he taking it over to the next relationship. And he's making her pay for the other woman wrongdoing that she did to him. I'm not going to say damaged goods is just all, particularly everything about a man because he's crying or he's this and whatever. No, there are specific things women and men have that makes them like they're carrying it over and carrying it over and carrying it over. To me, that's like damaged goods. It's something that you just seen that you cannot let go from 1982 or something. That's what I see.
When you say carrying it over, do you mean like by her actions, he say something to her that strike a nerve? Is that
right.
Something you mean? So
right.
That goes back to what we was talking about on the BSM page yesterday. I feel like if you see a sign, it's going to set off an alert. You know what I'm saying? So is that being damaged or is that being aware?
That's being damaged because regardless, you need to let it go. You just need to let it go. If you're going to continue to hold on to that bad, that's like keeping that rabbit foot on you because it's good luck for you all the time. And that rabbit foot all furred, damaging everything, but you keeping it on you because like, that's my good luck. Let it go. Just let it go. Move on. Stop making that other person hurt because of what somebody else has done to you.
I think it boils down to a discernment level that you gotta have when it comes to emotionally when these triggers happen, because it's like we was talking about the other yesterday or the other night. There's some triggers that could happen that could spark these feelings, which would make you act out and be looked at as damaged. And it's a level of balance that comes with it, because if you, as a kid, if you put your hand on the stove and you seen it was red, and the red could be a pun for red flags. You seen it was red and you touched it anyway. So after you get your hand off that stove, it's gonna teach you, because there's a lesson in every L. So what I'm saying, I think, with that, I think I agree to an extent with what Boss said or the narrative he put forth, simply because you don't get burned by that stove too many times. It's just a matter of how you go about it, the tone of voice that you go about it whenever something happens.
There you go. What would be one of those triggers that you could give the audience as an example? What would be an ideal trigger to say, wait a minute?
It could be as simple, and we in the social media age. Everybody has a phone. We spend, depending on who you are, we spend hours looking at our phone. So if you had a past ex who, you found out she was cheating and there was a number saved in her phone under my girlfriend, and you find out that ended up being her side nigga, then it's so.
Don't get me started.
That's real shit though, Jizzle. Hey, you preaching, bro? Go ahead.
Hey, do your thing.
A trigger could be looked at as, okay, we sitting on the couch, both of us got our phones sitting next to us somewhere close, because that's where people keep their phones. And there's a call that comes in, an unsolicited call that comes in, and the person looks at it. It doesn't say scam likely. It says something else. It said something else. There's a name, but it's hazy. You was looking out of your peripherals, didn't see the name, and they look at the phone, they decline it, and put the phone right back down. And that alone
trigger.
Okay. No.
Go ahead.
I'm not gonna say trigger because Boss had this on. He was talking about this on his panel, and I was on there today. Insecurities.
Yeah, that it kind of that's why I was taking it back to, because it kind of goes back into that when it comes to that, situations and things like this. It kind of goes into insecurities. If you're secure, then you've seen it out of your peripheral. And like I said the other night, it's scam likely to me because I don't know. It is what it is. The dark gonna come to light. That's kind of how I look at it. I feel like I'm a fly enough nigga where if she really want to do that, then she has every right to do what she wants and feels like. But if it's something like that, then it's gonna come out.
So I mean, just sticking with the phone situation. The last relationship, dude answers his phone, Lady Love, and he always turn his goddamn back to you or turn away where you can't see that screen. and come to find out he was hiding something from you. Then you that relationship, and you move to the next one, and the same thing happened. Is that damage, baggage, goods, whatever you want to call it? What? No, you being alert of what this motherfucker is doing.
So I think that, and I think that goes back to some type of, you have to know how to emotionally process, have that emotional intelligence to not just say, "Oh, who the fuck was that?" Like,
Thank you.
It's a way of going about that, I think, and it's a way to kind of show that, you think, or it's a way to show that you're
aware.
What's the word? Aware. That's exactly the word. There's a way
what you're doing.
There's a way to show that you're aware without being that chick. That nagging chick, that Boss, I know you done dealt with, John Q, you done seen it before, that nagging chick where you get a YouTube notification and now you cheating. Like it's a way to go about it without it going there.
So what you're saying is just when you see that occur again and you dealt with this in your past, it's about your approach that will not make you considered damaged goods. Is that what you're saying, my brother?
Simple as put, yes.
Okay, all right, I got you.
Okay. So then I have a question for each and every last one of you men up here. I'm glad it's just men. See, I should have joined your panel, YJ. It was the testosterone, but I would have brought in that estrogen. Now, I got the estrogen. Y'all bring in a lot of testosterone right now.
Okay, go ahead.
So my question is, if y'all be truthful now, be truthful to the people out here, because D Love say he shouldn't just ask her if he wants to know, and if he don't know, trust her. They shouldn't be together, or vice versa. That's true. I agree with that one as well too, Miss D Love. Always the wise one to say things. But the question for the guys is, have y'all ever come in contact with damaged goods, and how did you handle it? If it happened, or if it does, if you haven't, and if you do, how would you handle it?
Damaged goods. Oh my God. Oh, real simple for me. And it takes it does take it don't take that long for an intelligent man to listen to the communication.
Right.
Its communication is the key that will allow you to discern, going back to YJ's comment, discernment, going back to Boss Blake's awareness, for him to determine who he's dealing with, or getting ready to deal with, if that's the story. Communication plays a very important role. And men, these days, they don't listen. They're hard-headed, like my father used to say, the boys are hard-headed. Hard head make a soft tail, so to speak, when they need to listen. Because listening, going back to Boss Blake's comment on a previous live that we've done together, listening is the key to everything that a man needs to know about his relationships in life, period. It's not so much what he says, it's what he hears. Him and I had a phone conversation just last night, and we got into talking about the West case and everything, and what the lawyers are going to do, and yada, yada, yada. And, one of the key factors of that conversation is a lot of what's going to come out of it is what they've been able to put on the table, what they've been able to listen to, whose statements they were able to listen to, the interviews and everything else like that. And the critical factor of that is that listening will tell you more than anything that you can ever say, or you can ever fathom. So I just want to chime in with that. For me, it's easy. Going back to me, I listen because it's going to bring awareness. It's going to bring discernment. And if you're dealing with a person that is or has some kind of a background considered to be damaged goods, you won't have to get too deep into anything at that time, you see, and you can always move on from that point.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. With me, and it goes a little bit with what John said. You're communicating in the beginning of a relationship where you're courting, dating, or you done move to this step where you're now a couple. Throughout that time, those conversations that are held, you're getting to know each other. You know what they've been through. You know what their past relationship was like. You know what you dealt with as a man in your last relationship. For me, if you're dealing with someone you feel has potential baggage and they've been hurt in their past, me personally, I feel like I'm going to make you comfortable. I'm not going to put you in any situation to make you question my movements. If that's called being whipped, then let me be whipped. But I don't want you to be feeling any type of way about me because I know how I felt.
Right.
I know how a woman moved and how it made me feel, especially when I found out the truth about what she was doing. So why would I put you through that? So if she is damaged goods, I'm going to fix that shit. That's just me.
Okay, see, y'all done got me all, ooh, Lord Jesus, Hold on, do I have, I know Mr. John Q, you ain't married, right?
No, I'm not.
Okay, boss ain't married. YJ, you married?
I'm not legally married, no.
Look,
Okay.
Look at Lady Love's face. Look at her face. You took long to get that answer out. I'm not legally married.
But hey, what I see, what I say though about dealing with a woman who I feel like is damaged, that I feel like my ex, I knew there was damage there. I did. And I was 25, she was 19. And when it came down to it, like Boss said, to a certain extent, it was like I felt like it didn't matter what damage was done, because the whole time, like I told y'all yesterday or the other day on the live, like that ain't got shit to do with me. But ultimately, when it comes down to it, if she's not willing to be in this monogamous thing that we call relationship, then none of it matters at the end. But what I will say when it comes to a damaged woman and a man, it's like I was younger. I wasn't young. I was, like I said, I was 25. So, but my relationship experience with women being in long-term relationships, I was with her for 5 years. I was with her. So from 25 to 30, I was with her, and I started off, she was 19, and that's young. Mentally, that's young. And what I learned was basically mentally we weren't equally yoked.
Compatible. Yeah.
Right. It wasn't, and I learned that over time. I didn't know that the first whole 2 years. And I admit that. So moving forward with the person that's damaged, it's like I understood it. I still liked her personality. She had that good old wet, that good old cream, hey, I'm just being real. She had that mayonnaise. When you look down and you see mayonnaise,
damn.
Like, what I'm saying is that shit don't mean nothing. Like it's okay, but mentally, where is it? It's not gonna last if it ain't there mentally. So when it comes to damaged goods, and now if I see it, I see it for what it is. I don't see it as something that I'm gonna try to put my all in and fix, type of thing. It's like this is what it is. This is what I got, type of thing. And I think that's the reason why I'm like, and not to say that women who have kids are damaged, and this goes into a whole different thing, but there's certain things now, like, yeah, I'm in a relationship, but for instance, if the woman that I was in a relationship now, if she had kids, I wouldn't even go there. Like that, to me, that was just one of my things. That was one of my preferences, was not to get into it with a woman with kids, because I didn't want that. So it's all about, what you value.
There you go.
Absolutely.
And being aware. And being aware.
I respect that. I respect that.
I respect that as well. You know what? You done messed all of us up, that little mayonnaise, for real. You Miss Harrison said it. I love mayonnaise, but now I'm never gonna be able to look at mayonnaise the same. I'm gonna be at Subway when they say you want some extra mayo. I was like,
it's a new one with me, mayonnaise. That's all.
Mayonnaise.
I had to back up.
Yeah. Hey, we all grown, man. We all know what we talk about, man. I'm trying to use cold words. We know what's going down.
Yeah. I had to back up from mayonnaise. Holy shit.
I know he just went there. Mayonnaise. Damn. And I love me some mayonnaise.
What'd you say, Bob? For the sandwich.
He on that gentleman's jack right now. He feeling good.
Yeah, and I like to see YJ he been on here now since I came on, and I really appreciate him. I do, because he been having everybody at attention with the whole conversation. And I asked him to take over for a little moment because I had to go get a package that arrived, and he had these women up in here going. They was at attention.
Jizzle in the building.
Jizzle. No, we are adults. Everybody in here is over the age of, I'm gonna say 25, because I ain't finna do no 18. To me, you're still too young at 18. 25 and older up in this bug. But it's basically what I understand what he's saying. It just got everybody laughing. I can't even get back on track because he got everybody in here laughing.
Hey, real though.
Go ahead, YJ. You got it, bro.
What he said was real, and that goes back to what Ms. Harris says, even though she got that cream, that mayonnaise, like, if they're not equally yoked, if that mind frame is not up to where his is, man, nobody want to deal with that shit, man. I'm gonna just have to pass on your mayonnaise today, baby.
No mayonnaise for me today. I'm gonna be dry. I'll eat a dry sandwich today. Sorry.
No mayonnaise.
Yeah, Mr. Booklet made it back in here. Huh? How you doing, Mr. Booklet? Thank you for coming back in here. I appreciate you, bro. Now,
and the key to that, once again, goes back to how a man and a woman communicates between the both of them. Women are able to discern if a man is being truthful or not based upon his words. Likewise, a man tries to do that as best as he can. Okay, because one of the things about trust, and I think this is where this is going, trust is the key factor for both of them being together in the first place, or wanting to be together in the first place. And what is your trust hierarchy? How far do you have to go until you get to that point, say, okay, I trust this person, And so your communications is the vehicle that's going to take you to this place called trust. You know, women are intuitive. They have, oh my God, not the third eye, but, you know, they are very intuitive. They pick up on signals with eyes, face, movements, sound, everything.
Where does that come from, John? Where does that come
awareness,
from?
Awareness.
My ass. It's a baggage if it's us.
Well, say some women. Let's just say some women.
Wait, what are you saying then, boss?
I used the word awareness early, and I knew that's where he was finna go with it. You know, y'all women say y'all have that women intuition. He said awareness. I said the same thing for us, right? Well, no, y'all wasn't feeling that shit.
Yeah, awareness never left the table because it's incorporated. It's incorporated with everything that we've been talking about.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, you are aware. You're being aware of things that you've seen happen in the past. But people, they tend to say that's baggage, and I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that, man. Now I know Jizzle said it's the approach. Like, if you see some shit that you've seen in your past, do you just wink your eye and I'm like, yeah, I see that, and don't say nothing?
Not what? Yeah. I see where you're going. I see where you're going. And a lot of these things, I think with John Q, when he keeps mentioning and bringing home that point of communication, I think that it all involves communication. Because, you know, you can wink and just keep it moving, or you could, you know, sit down like an adult and tell the person how you feel and talk about it, type of thing. You know, there's a way I just think there's a way to talk about those things.
Yes.
You know, there's hard discussion. Yeah. I just think a lot of us don't know how to approach discussions like that. So we just kind of just say, you know what, I don't even want to get into that. And then if you got a man that, you know, he done had a few shots, and you know how he get when he had a few shots. And so she don't even want to bring it up because she know where it's going to go. And it all goes back to communication and holding your liquor.
So you can eliminate being considered a person with baggage by the way you approach the situation. Correct.
Right.
So yeah. I think it's about the way you handle the situation then. So fellas, if you're listening,
there you go.
If you dealt with some ladies, if you're listening, if you dealt with something in your past, just learn how to approach the new situation. You won't be considered baggage no more. There you go.
Okay, but wait, hold on. I got something to say now.
It's some sarcasm in there. I feel like it's some.
But we know with more situations that come, we being human beings now, because everybody's human, and we know for a fact when situations come up, emotions take place first before we actually sit down and want to talk about it. Emotions don't hit just like that first. So how do you diffuse that without you actually getting emotional with the situation? How do you diffuse it?
Be John Q.
Emotional intelligent.
Be John Q.
Well, everybody can't be John Q.
John Q, right? Yeah, right.
But I think that's learned. I don't think that's something that humans, just the way that our brains are wired, that's not something that we come out the womb with. Right. I think that's something that you go through life experience, just general life experience, not just relationship life experience, but general life experience dealing with life in general. You learn how to do that and how to communicate over time, type of thing. So
I want to ask John this question. And it's on the same thing. So if your approach is, listen, I just want to say, you know, the fact that you took that call and you walked into another room, it kind of bothers me. Now, you already had a conversation with her in the beginning of your relationship, letting you know what you dealt with in your past. Right. You took that approach as a man, communicating calmly, respectfully. And she responds to you like this: I'm not like them other bitches, man. What the fuck is your problem? I can't go up. How do you respond to that, Mr. Q?
Now you're dealing with emotion. Now you better know you're dealing with emotion on that response.
Good question, though. Good question, by the way, though.
So what does that say about her, John?
What's that?
What does that say about her?
I mean, it says, okay, you've got to be the one to take the pause because now you're dealing with emotion. She's expressing herself to answer you back in that way, let's just say, like you put it. And you have to be right on point to say, okay, do I rephrase that? Do I refrain from that? But yeah, once you get that, that you're dealing with emotion. And hence, I believe it's a guy's responsibility. It's a man's responsibility to know what he's dealing with at all times.
I agree.
At all times.
So, Lady Love, if a man responds to you in that form, what are you thinking when he responds like that? Be honest.
Honestly, he don't want me to find out what he's doing.
Thank you. He up to something.
He up to something. He don't want me to find out what he's doing. But for me, the way I act, seriously, now if that was me back in my 20s, I would act a fool. Honestly, I'm just letting y'all know that would have been a different Lady Love. But now the Lady Love who's almost 50, it's always oh okay, and I walk away. I will walk away from it. But eventually, it's gonna come back. It'll come back. Even when when you less expect it to show back up for some way, you're gonna come up slipping, and it's just gonna slip right into my direction where I can find out this is what you was doing, huh? Okay. Now let me tell you how we're gonna take care of this though.
But isn't it about time? Like a lot of people, when you see the red flags, it's like I'm wasting my time with you. When you've seen it, just like you said, you'll walk away. And then later on, you find out the truth. When you seen it right then and you walked away, then you say, I can't believe I wasted my time with your ass. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of the decisions that are made when people see things that don't sit right with them, it's the time that they're wasting. You feel what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, but you're saying wasting, but what if it leads to
the truth,
the bad stuff? Yeah, the truth. Well, not only truth, but then the truth. It leads to the truth, but then it's going to lead to the emotions taking over. And guess what? Hurts, jail, something like that. Why let that take over?
How much time are you going to sit? Like, how much time do you give a person? Like, how many chances or how many chances do you give someone to have emotional intelligence to sit here and communicate? Like,
right.
Yeah.
Okay. What you gonna do? You gonna be a spy the whole time? I'm sorry. Go ahead, John.
That would be based on the individual's capacity to deal with it.
Thank you. That's where I'm going with that. Exactly.
Every single one of us will deal with certain things a different way, time-wise, as well as anything else. So that would be based on the individual's capacity to deal with it.
Like the tolerance level of it. Like when I said when I was 25, my tolerance it was high. I know the first 2 years of that relationship, it was high.
Yeah.
As more time went, by year 5, nah. I seen the truth.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
there you go.
reflect back to Miss Harris. Miss Harris said, "How do we turn this around?" Yeah, right. Y'all turn that around quick on us when we was talking about men being damaged goods. Now y'all care if you turn it around on the women all of a sudden now.
Not necessarily, because I mean, a damaged man comes from a woman, right?
Oh, you did not say that.
Yeah.
You did not say that. What like that?
Am I lying? How did he get damaged?
Okay, how he can't be okay? You know what? Let me.
I seriously.
I'm gonna say I want to shout out Truth Be Told. Thank you,
ahead.
Truth Be Told, for coming in. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you, because these men up here about to get me heated up. Let me tell you something. Thank you, Truth Be Told. Damage. It could be something that your boy did to you. Your boy could have stole your woman. Your boy could have been hitting on your woman and made you mad to where it made you damaged in that way as well. So you can't just put it on a woman of a man being damaged, because then, like I said before, and excuse my expression, but I'm going to say it just like that. Our Putin I must be really, really good golden to be make men go around here acting crazy like this.
Well, we do it to y'all.
No. Because ain't no man about to make me go crazy. That's just not
you.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna say it like Martin on Martin show. I was a player from the Himalayas. I used to do it back into my days. I'm sorry.
Keep talking.
I'm telling the truth. I never let a man play me. I played the men, and I did that. Honestly, I'm not proud of what I did, but I did that, and I did play them. I got cars, I got apartments, I got clothes, shoes, cards, credit card. I got a lot of stuff, but I played it, and I never let a man play me at all. I always played. But one thing about it,
listen,
I know what no cards.
Y'all are the goats of playing.
But it depends on how you actually play. I didn't go about that to play to hurt anybody. I went about that playing basically to get what I can get. That's what I did. I didn't go out there to hurt nobody. I didn't make nobody fall in love. Even if they did fall in love, like I said, a homeboy fell in love with me in 2 weeks of knowing me. And he actually wanted me to be his woman and take care of his kids and stuff. And I made a left turn and ran about the house. But if it's within me to do that, and I did it back in my days, and it just happened, that just happened. That it just happened. That's all. But I didn't damage any men. I didn't have any that I know of except for one. But I didn't damage all the other men.
You was a player. How you gonna say
I was, and I'll be honest. This was in my days just before I got married the first time. I was a true player about mine because I made sure I wanted to get mine. I didn't want to be in love. I didn't want to be married. I didn't want to give a man my heart. I didn't want all that. I wanted to see what I can get.
Self-interest.
Exactly. That's what I did. And I'm not going to lie about that. Truth be told, say, wait, lady love, and a part of the man being damaged is any part. What?
You are a part of a man being damaged.
I'm about to jump down, man. It's been real. Appreciate you letting me grace the panel, lady love.
Thank you for coming, YJ.
Man, John Q. This catfish done, man. I'm on a mission. You know, so I'm gonna holler at y'all, though, man. I'm gonna holler at you. Good conversation, definitely
right,
good conversation.
Yay, thank you, YJ. I'm gonna get ready to close this out in the next 6 minutes because we're coming up on the 2-hour mark. But yeah, I mean for 3 minutes. I just basically did what I did. I'm not proud of, but I did. I'm just telling y'all. That's just me. That's what I did, and that's how it handled. I did it.
True that.
But I didn't come out with the truth be told, talking about damage to bank accounts. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
I know you closing out, so I'm gonna let you close out with your family, and I'll be in the chat, man. We appreciate you for having us.
Thank y'all so much for coming up, y'all. Really appreciate y'all both. And again, Sunday, y'all, I will be over at Mr. John Q. I will be over there Sunday with Table Talk on his channel.
Yes.
Mr. John Q, what you got?
We're about to rip it up on Table Talk. That'll be Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So check your time clocks. You can go to my channel, hit your subscribe, make sure the bell is on so that this way when we go live on Sunday with Table Talk, with an exclusive Table Talk with Miss Lady Love right here, we're going to chop it up a bit. You know, we're going to be getting into valuable conversations such as the one that she's had here tonight. And I look forward to it. I have been looking forward to our Table Talk since last year, since we spoke. Oh, yeah. Last year. Oh, yeah. I know you got it on your calendar because I have it on mine.
Yes, I definitely do. And thank you again, Mr. John Q, for gracing us on my panel today. I really appreciate that. And I am very looking forward to this.
All right. Well, you take care, Miss Lady Love. Until then, much love to the chat. Be well. Stay blessed with Godspeed, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. John Q and Boss. And I want to thank Miss Shrinking Sharon. Thank you so much for coming in, love. Thank you for being here. Y'all, I really appreciate each and every one of y'all in here. I really do. Everybody that came up on the panel, everybody in the chat. Interesting all night. And again, y'all, if y'all did not hit that like button, please make sure y'all hit that like button. Whether you're here live, whether you're listening on the replay, or you in the clouds, hit that like button for Lady Love, share, and then send someone to subscribe. Y'all make sure y'all over there on Mr. John Q. Now we'll do our talk for tomorrow. Yeah. Then again, I think I might reschedule. Honestly, I'm going to reschedule my Saturday for the following Saturday since I'm going on Mr. John Q's panel for Table Talk Sunday. I have to prepare myself. I have to make sure I get my questions together. I mean, my answers and stuff for his question, but I want to be prepared. So just like I said, y'all make sure, please follow the directions that Mr. John Q gave y'all. And I will be over there 5:30 Pacific time, 7:30 Central Time, and 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Make sure y'all are there. And I thank each and every one of y'all. Much love to each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all so much for giving me your time and your ears if you didn't see me. But again, I want to thank all the fellas on the panel. I got to have these fellas back up here, especially Mr. YJ. That dude had us like really, really, really going. Really, really, really going. I love Mr. YJ up in here, Little Boss, and Mr. Blue Devil, and Mr. John Q, all the guys that was in here, and all the ladies, the beautiful ladies in here. As always, much love to each and every last one of y'all. So please, y'all, make sure y'all catch us on Sunday. Like I said, I won't be going live tomorrow because I got to prepare for Mr. John Q's Table Talk. And then I want to make sure I'm prepared. You want to always make sure you're prepared. So again, we have covered it all. Thank you again. Shout out to Miss Harris for this specific topic that we had today. Shout out to Miss Harris, y'all, because she definitely gave me this topic when we was hanging out over there on YJ's panel the other night with Boss and Crucial and New. It was all good over there, y'all. But yes, shout out to Miss Harris for this topic. Y'all have any topics that y'all want Lady Love to cover or to go into, anything just like Miss Harris did, please hit your girl up and let her know, because we definitely gonna be doing that. You know what I'm saying? You definitely got to be doing that. So we gonna say good night, y'all, and we gonna lead out with my theme song from my big little bro. Much love to y'all. See y'all on Sunday.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we proceed to give you what you need.
Lady Love, we in the lounge. Big boy sipping, squad just chilling. We in the lounge straight tripping, cause the vibe just different. Lady Love ain't dealing with a crab ass nigga. Acting wild in the building, we won't have that nigga. Before you walk between these walls, you better like and then subscribe. You better speak when you come in, cause Lady Love will call you out. And say that drama for your mama, cause that's not what we about. I hope you get it, don't be silly, cause you bound to find out. Right now, it's just fun, we all drinking on something. Town stomping, grown man and grown woman. The bullshit, we don't want it. Lady Love don't condone it. We be speaking on the real. When you come in, we be on it, we be on it. Miss Cajun, keep it going. It's like a party she be throwing. You know the chat be fully low, so don't be trolling, we expose. We taking notice on you, Joe. We losing focus cause it's Friday and we be getting in the round. We be getting down. Can't nobody tell me shit, so don't you make a sound. Better recognize she keep gorillas in the crowd. The squad turned up, so we'll shut this bitch down. Yeah, you be in the lounge. We be getting down. Ain't nobody tell me shit, so don't you make a sound. You better recognize she keep gorillas in the crowd. The squad turned up, but we'll shut this bitch down. Yeah, the bitch jumping. I'm sipping on something, chat full of bad women. Homies, they can knock a donkey. All the frontin', we don't want it. Get you put up in the corner. It's quarantine, no corona. Fuck up again and use a gunner. It be so. Sweating like a sauna. Get out of line, I swear to God, you gon' be feeling like a loner. Every Friday we be on it. We cracking up, you know we jonin'. And it's a cheers about every moment. This my folk, you know we rollin'. We be in the round. We be getting down. Can't nobody tell me shit, so don't you make a sound. Better recognize keep gorillas in the crowd. The squad turned up, but we'll shut this bitch down. Yeah. Yeah, you be in the lounge. We be getting down. Ain't nobody tell me shit, so don't you make a sound. You better recognize she keep gorillas in the crowd. The squad turned up, but we'll shut this bitch down. Yeah, Lady Love. Yeah. We in the lounge, but we'll shut this bitch down.